I've been saying since day one that this needed to be signal boosted, that no matter how you look at things, no matter who the messenger is, this is about children. This is about the safety of people. This is not about stolen cards. This is not about stolen merchandise. This is about people who are actually hurt. And I've been saying that I think a lot of the bigger YouTube names, I guess you could say, are the more respected YouTube names concerning Magic the Gathering, are not covering the pedophilia issue for several reasons. First, they don't like the messenger. Jeremy is not on anyone's good side, and as far as they are concerned, anything Jeremy is doing is in response to his ban. A valid point, even I will grant that. I think Jeremy would even grant that the viewpoint does have some legitimacy. Maybe not legitimacy in terms of that's what he's doing, but a legitimate viewpoint to hold concerning the history of what's been going on. I also stated that a lot of these people are supported or endorsed or receive free product from WotC. And we all know that the professor gets free product. Wedge gets free product. A lot of them do. A lot of them do, and they get maybe a little stipend. But they don't want to risk that. Okay, that might be their only real endorsement. That's kind of understandable. Be that as it may, how much is your soul worth? How much are your values worth? Nobody seems to be willing to answer that question. All that evil needs to triumph is for good men to stand by and do nothing. We've seen that countless times throughout history, and this is no exception. A lot of these people are unwilling to get involved because they don't want to hurt their bottom line. They don't want to do something that could possibly kick them in the dick, really. They don't want to hurt their bottom line, and the tweet that you're looking at is just par for the course, not just on this issue, but of Boogie 2988 to begin with. Boogie is one of those people who habitually sits on the fence. He never really has a strong opinion one way or the other. It's kind of like watching Philip DeFranco, only when, you know, something actually happens, Philly D will actually come out and say, I have an opinion on this, but I can see the other side. What Boogie does is, I don't know where I fall on any of this. And he gets a lot of flack for it. He gets a lot of flack because he is, well, I'm going to go into that after this tweet. But this is the tweet he put out yesterday. Quote, I doubt I'll make a video on it because I don't know if I trust the source. However, I really hope Magic the Gathering starts doing background checks on both the judges and even tournament organizers. Pokemon League already does it, I believe. Hope WotC helps make that happen. He continues, regardless of the source of these rumors and regardless of whether or not they are true, it would just make good sense, business sense as well, to do this moving forward. If you want a more diverse crowd, try to make sure that tourneys are a safe place for everyone. So I don't know if I'll make a video on it because I don't trust the source. Regardless of the source of these rumors, okay, this is literally what he does. Literally what he does. It's a passive-aggressive attitude he takes with everything. Boogie is not content to be on the sidelines when drama pops up. He needs to wade into it. He needs to be a part of it because it's a permanent need for him for attention. It is a permanent need for him to be seen as some type of righteous crusader, despite the fact that he does absolutely nothing. Boogie is arguably the person that should be talking about this, because signal boosting this entire thing is huge. He could signal boost this so much more than almost anybody in the Magic the Gathering community. Let's take it a step further. Boogie says he was sexually assaulted as a child. Why wouldn't he want to make sure that he's doing everything he can to make sure a community he claims to be a part of does not have the same thing happening to other children? Once again, Boogie will constantly harp on about how he is a defender, a crusader for what's right, a defender of people who are attacked, people who are assaulted. But the minute push comes to shove, Boogie backs off. Boogie isn't going to be part of the actual defense of the person. He likes to virtue signal, I guess you could say. We need to look after women. We need to look after the children. And then he sits there. He sits there. Doesn't actually do anything. And he'll tell you, oh, it's because of my mental issues. It's because of my physical issues. Well, you have no problem sitting there making a 10, 20-minute long video. You have no problems signal boosting the lies of a woman willing to throw a friend of yours under the bus. A friend you even admitted made sure that you were okay. That when you went off the radar, he got in touch with countless people, even people he didn't get along with, to try to find out if you were okay and if you needed help. But you threw him under the bus because you needed to wade into the shit show and the drama once again. Because you needed to sit there and fence it until you realize I might lose subscribers over this if I don't take the right position. And what do? You throw arguably one of the best friends you could have had under the bus, thinking that nothing would happen, thinking that you would be able to skirt around everything, and once again you'd be seen as a defender of the innocent, a defender of the people who need it. And the minute Jeremy called you out on it, you Skyped him right away, and you bitched and moaned about it. And when he put out that video, you bitched and moaned even more, to the point that he took it down once you took yours down. Because you're a coward, Boogie. You're a freaking coward. You are incapable of defending yourself from the screeching harpy Anita Sarkeesian. You are incapable of defending children. Children, Boogie. I now hold you in far lower esteem right now than I do the Professor, or Wedge, or Manalik. Because you took the exact same position that WotC has. It's not happening. The source is misinformation. You have come out and admitted that you are so spineless that you will allow the possibility of children being hurt because you don't know if you can trust Jeremy. At least with Wedge, Manalik, the Professor, they can point to a long line of grievances with Jeremy. And they can say, I've had my problems with him and I refuse to do anything to help him. But you, this isn't personal for you. This is you needing to make your voice heard. To take a cheap shot at someone who was a friend of yours. With friends like you, who needs enemies, Boogie? You have shown yourself to be a snake. Incapable of actual empathy with people. Try as you might to say, oh, I feel really bad for them. You haven't done anything. You've said things. You haven't done anything, though. And these people sit here and they lavish praise on you. People who want to be loved do this. People who are incapable, who have such low self-esteem, low self-worth, that they are incapable of viewing themselves as something more than just this. I want you to think of that. I want you to think of that. You have insulted everybody. You have decided that the innocence of children means less to you than your subscriber count, your revenue, your need to be seen, heard. You are everything wrong with the gaming community. You are everything wrong with the other side of this entire debate. You sit there in your high tower, your ivory tower, and you look down and say, oh, well, guess what? What you just did, what you did last night, is far more wrong than anything Jeremy has done. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be. You won't be, though. Why would you be? This is an insult to each and every person who plays the game. This is an insult to every child or every woman who has been sexually assaulted. Every man too, but women and children especially. This is why you get so much shit. Your inability to take a position and sit there and say, this is my position. Your inability to do anything other than straddle the fence because you don't want to lose subscribers. You already did. You already have. You've shown your true colors throughout this entire thing, and you've lost people because of it. I'm not sure how to feel about you right now. There was a point when I liked you. Despite everything that had happened, despite what you did to Jeremy, I had hope for you. But you, who mentioned at the drop of a dime that you are the survivor of sexual abuse as a child, you would rather virtue signal than make sure you're helping to protect children. That speaks more to your character than anything else you could do. You're a coward. And each and every child hurt by a magic judge now, guess what? That's on you. Because you refused to hold WotC accountable and do what you could to make sure this wouldn't happen. But hey, now people know that you're a good guy, right, Boogie?